Today's video is sponsored by Elif Zwanjala, a true patriot and a Kenyan nationalist at heart. Stand by for debrief in 3, 2, 1. In this video, I want us to look into 4 areas where I believe the opposition is going wrong and they are losing ground because of it. And so with no further ado, let's get after it. Number 1, politically speaking, it is never a good idea to have the president and the deputy president out of the country at the same time. It rarely ever happens. It's also never a good idea to have the president and the deputy traveling together for obvious reasons. If the helicopter or the plane or the vehicle goes down, succession becomes that much difficult. We have to turn to the Speaker of the National Assembly to guide the nation. Now, when we go to the opposition, we are having the 2 lead candidates, Gachagua and Matiangi, both in America. Who have they left behind? Methu, Malala, they are trying, they are doing a good job, but they are not heavy hitters. People want to hear from the candidates, or would be candidates for that matter. And that is why Ruto is slowly but surely creeping up in terms of public polling. Until Gachagua and Matiangi finish their 2-month stint in America, Ruto is capitalizing on that absenteeism. One of them ought to have stayed behind while the other goes to America. Wakitaka kubadilishana, sawa. Let Gachagua come back, Matiangi go, or the other way around. But they cannot both be in America. The opposition is no longer commandeering the news. When we look at the Citizen TV, NTV, when you watch primetime news, they are not there. When you look at the newspapers, they are not leading there. Right now, it is Harambee Stars and government. Those are the 2 individuals who are commanding the media space today. So one of them needs to immediately come back and start doing rallies. Mistake number 2, and this one has been raised to me by a number of our friends in America, that the Ruto scandals which Gachagua is exposing could lead to a blanket travel ban on all Kenyans from the racist Trump administration. You know, when Trump hears about RSF and Ruto meeting with Al-Shabaab leaders, he could decide to ban us all from the US. Why? Because he doesn't give a damn. To him, that is one less group of blacks entering the United States. So unless Senator Rich, Marco Rubio and the other top dogs in the Republican administration can convince us and promise us that if at all they will take action, it will be against Ruto and his people. Those who are giving him the bad policies, those who are implementing those bad policies, that it is only those who will be sanctioned. But if Mbaya this sanction falls on all Kenyans, or Kenya at large for that matter, that will be counterproductive for the opposition. If they were operating at 51% approval, they immediately go down to 26%. Because suddenly we have a problem. We have our relatives in America. Those of us who want to join them cannot go because of a travel ban. If they dare come back, they themselves cannot return to America because of a travel ban. These are some of the issues that we need to go very, very slowly. We don't know the reaction we can get from a racist Republican administration. If it was Democrats, I would be very, very comfortable. But Republicans, Jamaa Mengi already make a travel ban on 20 African states on day 1, and he's been adding them as he goes. He has never even done any state visit in Africa. Trump has never been in Africa, not during his first term, not during that term when he was out of office, not even now when he is back. I have only seen Melania Trump, but Trump himself, never. That speaks a lot. So there's danger there. We need to tread carefully. If we get that travel ban, that is the end of opposition. Blunder number 3 is community meetings. I have seen Dr. Fred Matiangi go all the way to America to do meetings with Kisis. I've also seen Rigathi doing meetings with Mlima. At this rate, even Atembea will go to the US to do a meeting with Luyas. And so at the end of the day, the Kenyan Somalis who are there, the Kambas, the Mijikenda, they kind of feel left out. And we will need every vote come 2027. So even if we have community meetings, kuongea mambo ya nyumbani, that's fine. But there in between, let us have group meetings for everybody. Because you never know. We could mistakenly lock out a billionaire Kenyan Somali who doesn't like Kasongo. And maybe he was to give 4 billion Kenya shillings to the opposition. But he has no reason to give that money. Because yes, I don't like the way Ruto is running the country. Here are the 2 likely candidates. I want to talk to Matiangi, but it's a Kisii meeting. I want to talk to Gachagua, but it's a Mlima meeting. How do I get through to this group? There are many who have raised this issue with me on WhatsApp. So we're not saying that community meetings are bad. They happen on a regular. Everyone does it, even Ruto himself. But let there be meetings for everybody. We don't want to lock out any voter. We don't want to lock out any donor. And donation is not just money. There are those who want to provide a service to campaign for the group. There are those who want to provide a printing service. Maybe that's the business they run. They want to do shirts for one term, must go, whatever. Let's not lock anybody out. The last election was lost by 200,000 or won by 200,000, irrespective of which way you look at it. That 200,000 is a very small number, and it can easily happen if we segregate. We need everybody on board. Now, at the end of the day, guys, that's just my opinion. Perhaps I'm wrong, I'm not a singularity. I'd like to hear what you have to say about it. So do drop me your own comments in the comment section below, and I'll do my best to read them and to give you a response. And in the event you're here for the first time, please go on and hit the subscribe button. And if you're watching for a different platform, just head on over to YouTube, search for David Wafula, hit the subscribe button. You're going to be getting a ton of content of this nature. If politics is something you're passionate about, this is definitely the one channel that you really need to subscribe to. Alright guys, adios. Thank you for choosing David Wafula as your primary news platform. We put countless hours in research, recording, and editing. By showing up each and every day to watch our videos, you encourage us to generate more videos for the viewers. We are on a mission to inform, educate, and build a better tomorrow. To our thousands of followers in a world full of presidents, kings, and queens, you are the real gem. Adios.